Shiny Charmander Comm Day is going to be in a few hours or maybe tomorrow for you guys, and we're going to go over the paid quest line, and we're also going to cover best of the best to analyze Charizard in Pokemon GO, Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y. Is it going to be a meta attacker that you do want to max out, or are you going to not use your Stardust in Pokemon GO? So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! The Community Day Classic is one of my favorite events, bringing back some Pokemon that have been way back in the day, or maybe even a little bit closer, and now we get to do it again. And this time it's going to be Charmander. So Charmander Shiny is going to be everywhere. If you want the full tips video, you can check it out up here. But if you're watching this video after the event, check the timestamps because I can get you into the information that you need and skip over the research. Okay, so what we're going to do is break down the research first. What you guys need to know is that Charmander's 100% IV from task level is going to be 420 for all of the research tasks out there. And then we are also going to break down the research tasks to see for $1, is that quest line going to be worth it? I don't know. You guys make the call, but I'm going to give you all the facts and information about it right now. Let's check it out. And the research is going to be as follows. We have power up a Pokemon 10 times for 10 Pokeballs. We have catch 15 Pokemon for 20 Charmander candy and make 5 nice throws for a Charmander encounter. Remember, the Charmander encounter is going to be 420 and 2,000 Stardust, 1 Incense, and a Charmander. In stage number 2, we have catch 15 Charmanders for another 20 Charmander candy, transfer 10 Pokemon for a Charmeleon encounter, evolve 3 Charmander for 1,000 XP. Then we're going to get 2,000 Stardust, an Incense, and a Poffin. In stage number 3, we have make 3 Great Curveball throws for 20 Charmander candy, evolve 1 Charmeleon for 5 Golden Raspberries, for grand total rewards of 2,000 Stardust, an Incense, and a Rocket Radar. And then in spot number 3, we have make 15 nice throws for 5 Silver Pineapple Berries. We have take a snapshot of a Fire-type Pokemon for 1,500 XP, power up a Pokemon 10 times for 5,000 Stardust, for 2,000 Stardust, 3 Rare Candy, and a Charizard encounter. And then in stage number 5, we have claim a reward 3 times for 50 Mega Charizard Energy. Then we have 2,000 Stardust, 3,000 XP, and we have 150 Charizard Mega Energy. And then we have a limited research as well that looks like power up a Pokemon 5 times for 50 Charizard Energy. We have catch 5 Charmanders for 50 Charizard Energy, and then make 5 nice throws for 50 Charizard and for another 150 Mega Energy and 1,000 XP. And just a reminder for you guys out there that if you power up a Pokemon, level 1 Pokemon, 4 times, it's only going to cost you 800 Stardust. You can do this multiple times for multiple level 1 Pokemon. You can save quite a bit of Stardust in Pokemon GO. So the Charmeleon 100% IV is going to be 708 and the Charizard is going to be 1238. And just remember, Charizard in the wild can be shiny. So this field research task in the paid research can be a shiny Charizard. Just for everybody out there thinking, oh, well, it can't be shiny. Most of the tier 3 evolutions are not shiny, but this one is an exception because remember, if a Mega is out of that Pokemon, the shiny of that Mega Pokemon can be in the wild. Metagross, once the Mega comes out, it can be shiny in the wild. Lucario, once the Mega comes out, can't be shiny in the wild. Externally of this rare exception where it was shiny in the wild in Go Fest, which leads me to believe that Mega Lucario will be out in the near future. Okay, so Lopunny, Swampert, Sceptile, all of the Megas can be shiny out in the wild. So this one can be too. So good luck out there, everybody. If you think it's worth it, definitely buy it. It's only $1. You can gift it to people or you can play hard for it. Whatever your choice is, I support you guys. All right, so now let's change over into the best of the best where we're going to analyze Charizard. Let's start off in PvP because remember, this Pokemon actually has 3 legacy moves. 2 of them are going to be Comm Day that you're going to be able to evolve during this time, which is going to be Dragon Breath as well as Blast Burn. Blast Burn is a very effective moveset. And then finally, we have Wing Attack. Unfortunately, you will have to Elite Fast TM Wing Attack to make this Pokemon optimal. So obviously, Charizard can be used in a multifaceted approach for PvP. So for the Great League, 83 for the Shadow and 93 ranked for the non-Shadow. In the Ultra League, 22 ranked for the non-Shadow. So that's going to be the regular one. That's better ranked than the 36 Shadow version. So this Pokemon, very, very effective in the Ultra League. Same exact moveset, so it's going to require an Elite Fast TM to get the optimal one, but you also can use Dragon Breath if that's how it fits. Okay, so more than likely, there's not a ton of dragons in either of these leagues. The dragons are going to be heavily in the Master League, but for here right now, 0, 15, 13 would be this 100% IV. And for the Master League, like I said, Dragon Breath would be the recommended moveset, but it's ranked 142. So yes, could be better in the Premier Cup, not in the regular Master League, but I would still say 100% IV Pokemon Charizard with the Dragon Breath, the Blast Burn, and the Dragon Claw is going to be very well served in your bag. But also remember, we can potentially multi-purpose this Pokemon for using it as a Mega as well, if it does work and wherever it does sit. So now let's change over into best of the best and let's see where it sits as a meta raid attacker. Okay, so what is this Pokemon going to be best served as in the Mega form, X and Y, and then as the regular? So just remember that the Charizard is going to max out at 3266 as the regular Charizard. It's going to have an attack of 223, a defense of 173, and a stamina of 183. This Pokemon will have 3 weaknesses. It's going to be double weak to rock, so that's problematic for this Pokemon. It's going to be single weak to water and electric. It will double resist bug and grass, and single resist fairy, fighting, fire, ground, and steel. Okay, so it's actually pretty favored in the more tanky category as far as its strength and weaknesses, except for that double weakness to fire. And then when it goes into the Mega Charizard X, it's going to max out at 4,353, and it will be weak to rock, ground, and dragon. And the Mega Charizard Y will max out at 5,037 with an attack value of 319. So this one is very powerful and it will share the exact same weaknesses as the regular Charizard with the fire and flying combination. So now let's check out the ER value to rank to see where the Charizard is best served as itself, and then we'll get into ranking it as a fire and a dragon Pokemon. So at the top, the best moveset on the Mega Charizard is going to be in the Mega Charizard Y, Fire Spin and Blast Bird. Then it does have Wing Attack and Blast Burn at 51. If you want to see the Mega Charizard X, it's going to be all the way at the bottom, ranked at 44.9. Okay, so right off the bat, it's in the 50s. And just remember, guys, if something is in the 50s, that means it could be a meta game-breaking attacking Pokemon. Very powerful. So, in the fire category, it's actually going to be the #1 ranked fire attacker in the game, Mega Charizard Y Fire Spin Blast Burn at 51.91. Followed closely by the Mega Blaziken at 51.65, and then the Reshiram, Fire Fang, and Fusion Flare at 46.8. So just a reminder, guys, that the Reshiram does not have the Shadow form in the game right now. However, just put this into perspective. The Mega Charizard is at 51. The Reshiram non-Shadow will be at 46. So once this Shadow does get added into the game, guys, it's going to be extremely powerful, and I expect it to overtake the Charizard. But as far as a Mega Pokemon, this Pokemon is the strongest Pokemon in the game right now, and it also is a budget counter, meaning you don't have to raid for the XL candy, and it doesn't take a premium like a Shadow Pokemon, so this Pokemon is very, very efficient. It's something that I suggest that you guys have. And it's multi-purpose because it has a Mega Charizard X and a Mega Charizard Y, so it can cover 3 different typings: fire, flying, as well as dragon. Fire flying in one, dragon fire in the other, and you can use it as a Mega Level 3 to yield you even more XL candy. And just remember, like I talked about, maxing out this Pokemon will also be able to be used in the Master League as well, so a maxed out Charizard X would make a very good Pokemon in the Master League. However, the Y is going to require it to have a different quick move, which I don't suggest that you guys TM away the Dragon Breath if you do plan to have it. So you could have 2 different types of those Pokemon maxed out, especially if you trade for a lot and you get a lucky, it'll be extremely efficient. So now let's check it out for the regular Charizard. So actually the Shadow Charizard will be in spot number 11, Fire Spin and Blast Burn at 41.63. Pretty good for that Pokemon. But let's check out the regular Charizard, which is going to be all the way in the 27th spot at 35.92, and the Chandelure with Fire Spin and Overheat will be at 37.61. Blaziken will be above it, Delphox, Volcanion, and Emboar. So as far as a fire Pokemon, obviously the Mega Charizard is going to be the most important part, and the regular Charizard, although it's decent, it is nowhere near something like a Reshiram, but that Pokemon does take premium XL candy from raid battles. Okay, so now let's check it out in the dragon category. If we look at page number 1, this Pokemon has a lot of heavy hitters to compete against. Obviously the Mega Rayquaza is spot number 1, Mega Garchomp not out yet, then we have Mega Salamence, Black Kyurem, Shadow Salamence, Shadow Garchomp, a lot of Pokemon up there. If we do want to see the Mega Charizard X, it's going to be on the 3rd page actually, with the Mega Charizard X Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw at 38.86, which is actually behind the regular Dragonite. So unfortunately for the Mega Charizard X, it is not a top meta attacker, but don't overlook this Pokemon for having a couple of them at a Mega Level 3 for its dual typing, because just remember, we could have an event where it's going to be fire spawns and dragon spawns. You're going to want both those XL candy, and that's where this Pokemon is going to shine very well for. There's only a couple Pokemon in Pokemon GO as of right now. We have Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, and Mega Rayquaza that are going to boost XL candy for 3 different types, including the Mega Charizard. While it's not boosting all 3 types at the same time, you can switch between the 2 and optimize. That's what makes this Pokemon very efficient, and it's a very, very boss meta attacker in the fire category with the Mega Charizard Y, and then also in the Ultra League it serves very well. So this is a very multi-purpose Pokemon. Highly encourage you guys to make sure you have this Pokemon in your toolkit in Pokemon GO. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to XO. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon GO full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.